Welcome back to Evil Deedz, and we are going to be playing on their choices, the iOS free to play on iOS things. Chapter 4, The Mercenaries. So each chapter is getting shorter, it seems. You, Rose, now playing as Dominic. You, Rose, and Tyson are leading up a wagon when a group of soldiers rise through the gate, led by Helen. She dismounts and begins talking with Bartol and Marco. You whisper. I have to hear what they are saying. I need to know if Ken is still alive. How are you going to sneak over there without the guards spotting you? Maybe one of us can distract him for you. So obviously the girl can distract. Okay, someone. Rose makes her way over to the guard, positioning herself so he turns his back to you. What are you doing over here? I just want to take a break from all this hard work. She puts a hand on his gutlet. And you looked a little lonely over here, with no one to talk to. You're flirting with me, aren't you? Nothing gets past you, does it? No, in fact, some of the other guards call me Gorin the Watcher. Tell me more. As the guard begins to ramble, you move closer to Bartol and Helene. Thank you, Rose. Looks like I sent the right person. A moment later, you're pretending to scrub the wall near Helen, Bartol, and Marco. It was a fool's errand. Kenna was gone before we ever got close. She made it? You wasn't fast enough. On the other hand, we did secure a captive, a most squealy, resilient captive. This is no way to treat a prisoner. You mean traitor? Bartol, take your time with this one, and find out what he knows about Kenna. Marco turns and leaves. Let's take our guest to the dungeon, shall we? The guard shoves the monk with the butt of his sword. Move. The monk stumbles and falls, and the ground starts kicking him, and the guard starts kicking him brutally. On your feet, prisoner. The guard brings his foot back for another kick. I must dive in front of the monk. You dive between the guard and the monk, knocking aside the next blow. Stop it, you're going to kill him. Hey, what is in the free hells do you think you're doing? You help the monk to his feet. This man's a traitor to the crown. Maybe you want to join him in the dungeon? I can talk my way out of this, but should I appeal to Bartol's mercy or Elena's sense of justice? So, Elena's sense of justice, I guess. You turn to Elaine. Please, I can't watch this cruelty, regardless of his crimes. Prisoners should be treated with dignity. I agree with the servant. Thank you. Guard, take the monk to the dungeon. There's no need for further abuse. Fine, I'll wait till I have all my tools. After I'm through with him, he'll be splitting his guts, literally and figuratively. Bartol strides off, and the soldier drags the monk away. Later in the kitchen, Trizon grins. That was amazing, Dom. You're like a hero in one of the legends of the Five Kingdoms. I have to admit, I'm impressed. And this is just the beginning. I'm not going to let them kill that man. I'm going to save him. I'll help. I'm going to do everything I can, just like you do. Trison, we should be cautious. Come on, Rose, you're with us too, aren't you? There's just no stopping you, is there? Does that mean you're in? I'm in. Just promise me you won't tell her mother. She was enough to worry about. It's a deal. Now playing as Kenna. Hand over your weapons. You and Gabriel reluctantly hand over your weapons. And your money. Val, we're not thieves. Taking money from captives doesn't always make you a thief. Sometimes it makes you a plunderer or conqueror. It might be Leon's friends. Do you want to explain to him why we stole from people asking to see? This patrol was much more interesting before we got paired together. This sort of thing is exactly why Leon insisted that patrols have at least one of his former soldiers. Blah blah blah. Don't take their money. I've got it. Come along, you two. As you and Gabriel are led through the grasslands by the mercenaries, you whisper to the Gabriel. I thought you said we could trust Leon. Why not tell his people who we really are? A lot can change in 2 years. We are vulnerable, like a newborn. This world is not safe for us yet. Yeah, I got that when they took our weapons. As far as I can tell, they're only being cautious. At least this is a chance to impress them. I'll need their support too. Hey, something on your mind? What are you to whisper about? Just that you and your companion seem mismatched. Huh? Yes, one of you seems to have gotten the lion's share of the armor. He's got full armor and you've only got woven leather to protect you. Pretty boy Jackson, just like all the rest of the men. Castleborns are cocky and prim, with all their fancy armor and shiny swords from Stormhold. Between you and me, he spends hours chewing that beard. At least I take the time to wash myself regularly. Some of us hold ourselves to higher standards. Value wasn't ever a soldier for Stormhold. Oh, not me. I'm a mercenary. Though and through and through, everything on my back I paid for myself. I follow Syrian. I've been in his outfit for 11 years now. Jackson here came with Leon and his companion. He's still getting used to the mercenary life, but he misses having someone to bow to. Very funny, Val. I'm done fighting for kings. What have kings ever done but sit on their thrones, polishing their crowns whilst men like me die in the mud for them? Does anyone really polish a crown? You blame the royalty, Jackson. I went away to war with promise that my family would be looked after. But when the war was lost, and I finally made it back, our home had been burned, and my wife and son had starved to death. I'm sorry about your family, it sounds like you've become a traitor. That must have been devastating. I know what it's like to lose someone you care about. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to endure. Not everyone can understand that. I'm glad you do. Believe me, I get it. Anyways, that's how I ended up in Leon's army. At least he keeps his promise. Well, the full queen gotta do. Jackson just saw that he was on the losing side. The full queen? You know, the one got her head cut off when she tried to call all the kingdoms together. I saw you call her the Fool Queen. Yeah, got a problem with that? You have no right to talk about her that way. Oh, really? Val punches you in the stomach. Oof. There's my right, want to meet my left. Val, control yourself. We still don't know if they're friends or foe yet. I've been fighting too long to take lip from anyone. Gabriel helps you to your feet. That was unwise, Kenna. This isn't the monastery. I've sworn a vow to keep you as safe as I can, but I have my limits. You enter the mercenaries' swirling camp. All around you, armed men and women bustle about, sparring, drinking and laughing. There are hundreds here. I didn't expect so many. 200 actually, the biggest mercenary force in the 5 kingdoms. This is the most impressive encampment. Yeah, it's good to return to the modest comforts of home. Tents, hot meals and lots of ale. Speaking of which, we've been out on patrol too long. I need a drink. How about you, Jackson? You can't seriously want to stop for ale now. Not when we've got these two with us. Ale is like an alcohol drink in the medieval times. It's basically beer in a barrel. Ain't like they're going anywhere. Why not take a break? We've earned it. Typical mercenary. You talk so high and mighty, but you're one of us now. That may be, but at least I still have discipline. Discipline's for fools. Have a drink with me. We can play some knife games, and our guests can wait. I don't know. You whispered to Gabriel. This could be our chance to get to know them, to figure out what they're willing to fight for other than gold. And just how are you planning to persuade them to talk to us? Obviously to drink. That's easy, a little ale or to do the trick. Another tutorial in chapter 4. By spending time with the mercenaries, you'll learn more about them and get a chance to recruit Jackson as your ally. So I spend as much time as possible. I should buy the mercenary drink and gamble with them. Can't even do that. Diamonds. Wait here. You and Gabriel sit on a nearby log whilst Val and Jackson drink and gamble with the other mercenaries. It does look like fun. A little while later they return. On your feet, we'll take you to Leon now. The mercenaries lead you to a tent at the center of the camp. A familiar man stands inside, overlooking a table covered in maps and plans. Travelers here, they say they knew you, Leon. Leon's eyes go wide when he sees you and Gabriel, but he quickly covers it up. Travelers, you let just anyone walk into the heart of our camp? We took their weapons and they wanted to touch you, like I said. Give us a minute. Jackson and Val leave. Leon turns to Gabriel furiously. You brought her here? You're supposed to be her bodyguard. Do you have any idea what danger you put her in? The entire world is in danger. It is dangerous for her now. Obviously, we hoped for a better reception than this. A better reception? This isn't a grand hall, Gabriel. That life is over for all of us. There's no returning to it. Now please hear me out. You were once a fearless warrior you can be again. Forget the past. You were the defender of my family and of our people. Help us now. Wasn't you listening? I'm not the same man. I'm done. Things you can't even imagine. Nothing that you can't be forgiven for. Remember who you once were before these terrible times. You're 2 years too late for that speech. It's not too late. I have to close 250 troops to place to help me retake Stormhold. King Luther's army would crush that number without even breaking a sweat. The best I can do now is sneak you both out before the others realize who you are. I'm sorry, but I can do no more here. You remind me so much of your mother. I wish we had more time. So did you recruit them? As Leon opens the tent flaps to leave, you see an enormous man waiting on the other side. What the hell's... Leon, you meeting without me? This is personal, Severin. I was just meeting with an old friend. Old friend, my ass. You're an awful light, Leon, and I hate being lied to. Siri reaches down and grabs your chin. You're the queen. I know a royal, pompous face when I see one. You're mistaken. Am I? Syrian holds up a crumpled wanted poster with your face sketched on it. You know the Blood King, Luther Navikin? Well, he knows you. Turns out he's... Well, but put a bounty on your head, your majesty. Turning you in will be the easiest coin I've ever made. Wow, you really ended it there. You choose not to buy the mercenary strings. I couldn't because of the diamonds. As a result, they don't trust you very much. Jackson in particular is wary of you. Overall progress. So that was about 15 minutes again. Gabriel Line, blah blah blah. Alive and not loyal. 15 out of 28, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 15, 3 out of 5. Significant choices, 15 out of 40. Oh, that was raised up. On my score, it's 2 out of 108. So I restart chapter 4 or continue on. So we have one key left and then we have to just call it a day, to be honest. What's now? We're watching in to earn a reward. This app just takes the creativity out of the game, pretty much. Okay, it tells you what, like, you just have to do all the ones, and then twos you can't, like, put two wherever you want. It's just there, pretty much. Like, this part here would be, like, a 2, and then this be a 3, the shading part, whilst this be the 4, and so on. So it's not good. So we've got 15 diamonds. Wicked anger are being held captive. They need to fight for their freedom. Meanwhile, Dominic sneaks into the Stormhold dungeon to obviously save the monk. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, subscribe or comment down below if you want to. It's up to you, don't have to. and we will do the next chapter in another video. So chapter 5, the challenge, and in a bit.